Hi.
Hi. Okay. Guess we're ready to go.
Do you want me to let people in from from the waiting room?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, I think that's fine.
Um, Before I do that, I can't remember if I had asked you about your mom, if she had a Hebrew name.
I know her Yiddish name. I mean, Sora Esther was her name.
Do we know who she would be daughter of?
Again, I know her father's name was Sam. So but I don't know that he had the Hebrew name of Shmuel, but I mean, his name was Sam, and her mother's name was Rose.
Okay. Would you prefer that I use those, or would you prefer I just use Shirley Dushman for the MLA?
I think probably just Shirley
I can't hear you. Sorry.
What? I think probably. Sorry, I think probably Shirley Dushman just would be
Okay.
good enough.
All right, I'll go ahead and let folks in. I might stop you if we can't hear you, because I know sometimes your thing goes in and out. Mm.
Unmute yourself, guys. That's my sister and brother-in-law.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, the rabbi.
Yes, this is my sister Susan and my brother-in-law Art, and this is Rabbi Karen Badley-Hallis.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you. What is, okay, there's Harry,
There's half of Harry.
and there's half a head. I can't see who's there.
Oh, and Richard's going to connect. Yeah,
Okay,
I can.
somebody's connected to Richard. I see. How is everybody?
We're okay. How are you?
We're okay, considering that
She's okay.
people who got shots are not so great, some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some friends had the J&J shot over the weekend, and now they're worried. The one guy is a male and he's 50. I told him you don't have to worry. And his sister, who is about 50.
They said 48 was the oldest woman that got it.
Really? Well, that's still a young woman to me.
Kid.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for Richard.
And
Who is that lovely family?
recognize the kids?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at mom, dad, and us.
Yeah, I was recognize the kids. Yes. Yeah, no, we're waiting for Aviva and Mitch and the girls, and for
And Eddie's joining us.
Eddie's coming.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Eddie definitely joining?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
So we have this big picture.
It's going to get smaller because
Yeah,
there's gonna be more people.
we're all going to get shrunk. We don't need the background.
What background?
That's the background behind us.
Could have fooled me.
That thing there, the oak leaf.
Yeah, but it's not there.
I know it's not there. It's in the machine.
I'm so technical. I
Yes, you
know everything about computers.
I don't like to use. I've never tried putting up one of the backgrounds, but I don't like it when I'm watching somebody because it reminds me of those old movies before they had computer generated stuff. When they would put the actors in, and it looked so phony, and people just kind of fade in and out.
Mm.
So I don't do backgrounds. And
Yeah, this is one of my carvings.
very nice. I didn't realize you were into carving.
Okay, we got.
There's Richard.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Rita. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. I just was so
Ed.
when I saw that you were having something this evening. I'm glad I could be a part of it. Hi, Rich.
Ed, can you
How you
hear
doing, Ed?
us? He can't hear us yet.
You can't hear us yet. I'm used to doing this twice a week with my writing buddies. Connecting to audio. Oh, their audio is not connected yet.
Okay, I can wait. Yes, Marcia.
Hello,
Who's that? Who's hello
Richard,
was
I
that?
think.
Oh, Richard? Hi, sweetie.
There you go.
it's me.
Richard.
Hey,
Well, Ed, I think you have your audio, but you're muted now.
Navigate it. How's that?
There you go.
There you go. Now we hear you.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Marcia's got to slide in
Oh.
closer.
Hello.
You got her.
Yeah, I came up earlier and reconnoitered, you know. to make
Yeah,
sure.
I did a little research myself before I went on.
I'm used to doing this all by myself, so I'm in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
So I had to move my computer so we could both get out in front of it.
That's why we were on Marcia's laptop.
I have a new laptop, don't I, Rita?
Yes, she has it. Well, it's not new anymore. It's what you got it like 3 months ago, but you haven't learned to use it yet.
I haven't even turned it on.
Uh,
I have to get those geek people to come and help me.
The geek people.
Geek
That's
people.
what Jeff does. Well, he's not in the geek squad, but he does mobile installations. So he
Oh,
knows
come out here.
he knows all things electronic.
Oh.
Oh, you all left except over on the side.
oh, I see. We're stacked up over here.
Oh, I loved this picture. When they
Wow.
were little.
Well,
little
everybody looks good.
Well,
Yeah, we're hanging in there.
That's all you can do.
Hey, the train is moving.
how you doing?
is that,
That was-
Rita and Harry, how are you guys?
We're okay, thank you. It's
Doing good.
yeah.
Yeah, I got shot by the VA. Incredibly efficient operation they have.
You got shot by the VA?
COVID.
shot,
by
he
COVID.
means his COVID shot.
Oh, I just got my second one on
Monday.
Monday.
I got mine Saturday. So
So I'm
we're
a
all,
little,
we finished now, everybody?
So now we don't have to wear masks. See? So we can see each other.
yeah, I think you still do, but
Yeah.
Oh, no, we do outside. Yeah.
Marcia was done January 30th.
Wow.
Wow.
I work in an assisted living facility as a
Ah.
hairdresser.
Okay.
So she didn't have a choice on the dates. January 30th was the day before our daughter's wedding.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Talk about the
you have a
the
reaction? No
the
reaction?
power of positive thinking. I'm having a little reaction.
Mom.
today. My arm hurts and I'm a little goofier than usual.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But I don't really feel sick or anything, so.
Yeah, last night I had chills and I couldn't sleep well, but
Mhm.
First shot, second day, I felt a little sore in my arm. Second shot, nothing.
oh, that's good. You get Moderna too?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I
Oh,
got
that's
Pfizer.
There's a bunch of people.
that's Mom's 95th birthday.
Yeah.
And Mitch and Evelyn and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Rita.
Yes.
Okay, can you hear, it's Kim. Can you hear Rich okay?
I hear Richard.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Richard. Say something.
You can hear him.
Mom,
Okay, I hear you.
We can
Yes,
hear you fine.
okay.
Now I'm
Fine,
getting
I can hear you.
I just wanted to make sure you was all right.
Yep, we're here, honey. We're okay.
All right.
Hello, Richard. Hello,
How's
Aviva and
every-
family.
how's-
Hello. Oh, is
All
this
right. Hello.
This is the party.
Well, Gloria and Susan.
Okay, that was Richard, right? I don't know who's
No.
speaking.
Somebody down in the corner. That's
It wa-
Hi,
Rabbi.
Richard. It's
Oh.
Rabbi Karen. Hi, Richard. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Karen, how you doing?
It's good to see you.
It is.
Good.
It's the rep.
I'm
See you.
glad to see you.
We're waiting for the Cincinnatis.
Oh, there's
Where's
Jeff.
Jeff? Right
Jeff
there?
just went. Jeff just
Yeah.
went on.
Hey, what's up?
I don't see him. You see Jeff?
No.
Hi.
There's Jeff is Nolan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's-
okay.
he's-
You confused me then. I'm sorry. And we haven't seen you since you were like 12 years old. So please forgive me for not recognizing you.
It's my son's login for Zoom for class.
We didn't want to tell you Jeff's on the lam, so he's using his son's name. Oh God, that picture that's up there now, I have that. I have a million pictures up in the
Yeah,
attic.
we have these too. These are classics.
Wow.
It's a great picture.
Yeah, it
You
is.
can see my mom, but I don't see B at all. in that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I didn't know them back then.
No.
Yeah, neither did I.
Neither did I.
Are we waiting for some more family? Rita?
I think our family is here.
Aviva's family's where?
We're here. We're here.
There.
We hear you, we don't see you.
You're in.
If you put it on gallery
Why don't you put it on gallery view?
Oh, okay, gallery view.
There they
Oh,
are.
there they are.
Hello, everybody.
Hiya, Cincinnati.
Hello, Art. How are you?
Good, good, Mitch.
Share screen reactions.
How's the electric car doing?
Great, great. Still going.
Good.
I can hear you.
All right. I guess now we're all here.
If somebody else joins us,
Well, Jeff is there somewhere.
can you see?
Yeah, he's under Nolan.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I'm still
no.
here.
Oh, you don't
It's
look the
his-
same.
It's his.
I think-
It's
I
his
think we're-
youngest.
I think we're ready to get started.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe Richard can mute yourself or
We should all mute ourselves, right?
there. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, there's Jeff.
So
Hey, you're actually recognizable.
Should we all mute ourselves?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
it's probably going to be easiest if you all can mute yourselves until you're ready to speak, just so that people aren't speaking over each other. We'll go ahead and begin. If you have it in gallery view, that's absolutely fine. If you're trying to read the words, it may be easier if it's not in gallery view. Your eyes will tell you the difference, and I'll let you choose. Oh, it's not what I wanted to push. We'll go ahead with the reading of Psalm 23. Mizmor LeDavid, Adonai ro'i lo echsar, b'nodesha yarbitzeni, al mei menuchot yinachaleni, nafshi yeshovev, yancheni b'ma'agle tzedek lema'an shemo, gam ki elech b'getz al mavet lo irara, ki ata imadi, shivtecha u'mishantecha, hema yenachamuni, ta'aroch lefanai, shulchan neged tzororai, dishanti b'shemen roshi, kosi revaya. Achto v'chesed yerdefuni kol yemei chayai, v'shavti b'veit Adonai la'orech yamim. And feel free to read with me. Adonai is my shepherd, I shall not want. God makes me lie down in green pastures, leads me beside still waters, and restores my soul. You lead me in right paths for the sake of your name. Even when I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You have set a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of God forever. And at this time, I'm going to put a spotlight onto Rita because I know that she would like to share some special memories and words about her mom and Susan's mom. But I know that Rita, you'll be speaking. Susan, if you'd like to speak, you may too. But I'm going to go ahead and put the spotlight onto Rita at the moment. I can't.
Common cliche when memorializing one's mother to speak of mom, the old-fashioned homemaker, making wonderful homemade dinners, baking pies and cookies, sewing outfits for her children. I'm afraid my mother was not a particularly good cook, and I can't recall any home-baked pies or cookies. While she was excellent at knitting and crocheting, the only clothing I can recall her sewing involved a pair of matching green plaid skirts for Susan and me. I don't know if you remember them, Susan, but we had them. What my mother specialized in was loving her family and making our home into a warm, safe place where we would always be protected. Our apartment in Brooklyn was frequently the gathering place for Susan's and my friends. Despite the absence of home-baked cookies, they knew they would always be welcome. They also knew that upon entering our apartment, they would find, to paraphrase one of my friends, half of the Brooklyn Public Library. My mother was an avid reader who taught us by example how wonderful the world of books could be. She also taught us caring and compassion, as well as a deep sense of responsibility toward others. The daughter of Russian immigrants, she was brought up in a world filled with Yiddishkeit, which she valued throughout her life. Yet she refused to completely close off the outside world, welcoming friends who were not Jewish and teaching us that all people were worth knowing and caring about. Her love of family grew as our family grew. When Aviva was born, Mom became grandma, and she treasured every minute with her granddaughter. When we adopted Tammy and then Richard, Grandma welcomed them and enfolded them in her loving arms as well. I am so happy that she lived long enough to know the joy of being a great-grandmother. Gigi, as she chose to be called, looked forward to and cherished those visits from Charlotte and Evelyn, never mind Susan, Aviva, or me, during each of our summertime Girls' Week trips to Florida. When Mom's hearing loss reached the point where phone conversations became extremely difficult, I began writing letters to her every Sunday, sometimes telling her of unusual events or interesting travels, but more often just describing little details of life in our family. I know that she treasured those letters, but it wasn't until this past year, without her, that I realized how much I enjoyed writing them to her. It grieves me that I no longer have my mother with whom to share the ups and downs, the sad, the funny, and the just plain annoying events of daily life. I miss her very much, and I know that I always will.
Very nice, Tree. Very nice. I'm afraid I have nothing prepared and I really have nothing to say, but I do miss her as well. But I think a little part of her is right here. And every once in a while I hear from her. I can't hear you.
Been gone, especially you and Aviva and I have come up with things that I'm sure we're just channeling her. I mean,
I do something and I say to myself, if my mother saw me do that, she'd shoot me.
Well, I can say that I've had two mothers-in-law. One hated me, one loved me.
It's up to you to figure out which is which.
Rita, I actually spoke to her on the phone fairly regularly, and she'd tell me that her hearing aid was broken.
She always said that.
It's always broken.
It was always broken.
She said, send me every time. I don't know if it was the same hearing aid.
No,
it was continually being done, and she just didn't get it. She had trouble accepting the fact that there reaches a point where a hearing aid can only do so much. And
right. And she kept breaking it herself because she would slam it around a lot.
We always enjoyed seeing her when we went down to Florida, and loved her very
Meant as much to her as Rita and I and Aviva. I mean, that's the way it always was.
She was a good lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something you can tell when somebody loves you that things they do they bother you, but they don't make you angry. You know?
They make you tear your hair out, but they don't make you angry. Yes.
Harry, you've driven a car with her in the back seat. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely.
You become an idiot.
She's a
Oh, but-
sweet lady.
Art, I mean, she loved you, she loved Harry, and she thought you should not only own a restaurant, but write a cookbook. So she really appreciated your cooking, which all of us do. But she thought that you could just give Julia Child a run for her money. So I really appreciated you.
Well, we have cookbooks and we eat. So we're on the other end of that spectrum.
Well,
Sue's birthday is coming up this Saturday.
thank you very much. I needed everybody to know that.
That's right, April 20th, right?
17th.
17th, I'm sorry.
17th, I'll be 24.
Yeah, and I
Right.
bought 80 2 weeks ago.
Oh, man.
Where does the time go, huh?
Yeah. It just
But I
goes.
think you wanted to say something.
Me?
Aviva.
Eva.
Yeah, I wrote a little something.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
We looked.
Anyone who knew Shirley Dushman, or Gigi as she was known after the girls were born, knew she was a warrior. She worried about being too cold, even in the middle of August in Florida. She always wore her signature cardigan sweater despite it being 95 degrees outside. And in her latter years, she would often bring along a jacket just in case. Her worries extended beyond her fear of being cold. She would worry about being late, so she would arrive to appointments hours early. She worried about animals attacking her and would steer clear of even the smallest dog. She even questioned my parents' decision to let me have a hamster when I was a child. She worried most about her family. Like any good Jewish mother, she would worry about the health of her children and grandchildren. So much so that we would often keep even minor health conditions and procedures from her until we could tell her that we fully recovered. Her worries for her family would extend beyond that. She would worry when we weren't eating enough and would always put out snacks. She worried about us swimming in the ocean and shark attacks. She worried about us traveling internationally, even to destinations that are safer than the US. My guess is that these worries were the manifestation of legitimate fears that arose over the course of her life. She was the child of Jewish immigrants who fled persecution in Russia. She lived through the Great Depression. She suffered the loss of her father as a young girl. She bore witness to the Holocaust and feared for my grandfather when he went off to war. She faithfully cared for the love of her life as his health deteriorated over the course of several years. As someone who has lived relatively comfortably and happily, I can only imagine what impact these events had on my grandmother. What I can now appreciate is that worrying was truly my grandmother's love language. She worried about you because she cared about you. She wanted her family and those she loved to be free of pain and discomfort. She wanted us to feel happiness and peace. I hope that in return, our love for her brought her happiness and peace. I believe a little piece of Shirley Dushman lives within all of us. I know for me, every time I carry a sweater with me on a warm day, I will always think of her.
Very nice. Very true.
Yeah. Good. You're hot?
Yeah. You're cold. Oh, it was so funny. Well, she also needed the sweater to sit on in restaurants. Get her up.
That's true.
So she doesn't go to the table.
And the phone book.
And the phone
Oh, yeah.
book. And
And
the phone
then they
book.
stopped making phone books.
Yeah, the last couple of years was tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
That's you sit on your iPhone.
That'll give you a boost. No, we had many a good time with her. But I remember her and your father together when we would go to restaurants. He just, once he was near food, that was the end. You know, that man loved food, and we couldn't get Shirley to eat a string bean.
Yeah, she was funny. She had 5 things in her diet, but she loved them all.
Yes.
And
I
but let's
maybe
face it,
take that-
when we got her to try something else, she would say, "Oh, this is good." And it's like, "Yeah, Mom, when you put the flavor in, it does taste good."
Salt and pepper can really make a difference.
I made her eat eggplant parmesan once. She asked for a second helping.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it was a big deal. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, those were the good old days, and we all have fond memories of her. And
I also will remember the way she took care not only of Dad during his last years, but of and Ephraim.
she was
Dad's sister. When my father's sister was well, it was after my father already died. When his sister was in a nursing home, and she was widowed and she was childless. My mother took care of her. She visited her several times a week and was the person who made sure that she was getting the right care. This was for her sister.
I remember that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, boy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
well, she was always afraid of like being alone in a nursing home. She couldn't do that to B. I mean,
Yeah.
my other Aunt B. And she was afraid for herself, and thank God that never happened to her.
Yeah. She was lucky to be in the place that she was. They were really good. There was a woman there who ran the place who could talk to her and explain things to her. And then she would be perfectly satisfied. And 10 minutes later, she was saying, "I don't think she likes me." You can't trust her. but she hung on her every word. I think that those last 2 years there were not anything that she could have envisioned. They were much better. They threw her her 100th-year-old party. That was just marvelous. We had a great time at it.
Yes, very nice of them. Very nice.
Some guy tried to pick her up, and then he decided she was too young.
Anybody else have anything they need to communicate?
No, just lots of fond memories. And to me, people, they're not gone as long as we're here. We're here.
That's true.
Exactly right.
Connected to them.
Exactly right. And I'm telling you, my mom has a little apartment.
Yeah.
right
Every
here.
time I hear turn left.
She every once in a while she springs up and tells me what to do. I do what I want anyway, but she's telling me what to do.
Well, everybody looks good, I have to say.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Healthy and happy.
Yeah. And I see two beautiful young ladies hanging out back down there.
Yeah, they really have grown up. What are you feeding them?
We
They're
look forward to your
fine food.
Christmas cards.
Oh, yes.
The Quinn family Christmas card. We look forward to it.
Mhm. And your kids, how old are they now, your grandkids?
The grandkids are 7, 10, and 13.
Ready to get married again. Start with weddings all over again.
Yes. Oh, Rebecca just tuned in. Oh,
Right.
how cool.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, hon.
Oh, she is.
Oh, you look beautiful, sweetie.
Thank you.
The new bride.
How's that working out so far?
Jeff came back in. Yeah,
I've been here the whole time, just quiet.
Okay, yeah. I loved watching her interact with my kids. We had so much fun when we were down in Florida.
Were you there recently? Or you're talking about in the past?
In the past, yeah.
Yeah, in the before time, right?
My mom's been gone 9 years now.
I was thinking that the other day. I don't
Talking
know
to somebody
why.
who could drive you crazy.
Oh my God. I'll tell you, they were a great counterpoint because my mother was I loved her to death, but she was one of the most neurotic people on the planet Earth. And your mother, to me, was always so calm and nothing fazed her, and she was independent. And, she
Make
had
for
all
the
her
family.
And she had all her faculties when, she was gone. It was easier with my mom because she didn't have her faculties. And so she was gone before she was gone. But that's another discussion.
Yeah, that was the
But,
thing that we remember about Shirley. She she was still,
She was still the
her
boss
brain
until
was,
the end.
yeah, her brain was still
Yeah.
going, you know?
Yeah, she was still sharp.
In charge.
Yeah.
In charge.
So anywho,
Anyway, I miss
Oh.
them all. I do. Your father too. My father too.
Oh, those trips.
I think of them once every so often.
Yeah.
But life goes on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your
Well, I
father,
guess-
your father was a rip too, you know?
he was.
Yes, whenever I hear a bad pun, I say, Uncle Mickey, that's him. That's yep.
I was not a big punster, but as long as you can stay laughing, you're okay.
Yeah.
Rita, we looked at the picture that you sent back to me that I had sent to you, blah, blah, blah. An old picture this was from, it had to be the 40s.
Post World War II.
Workman
So
circle.
it's pre-World War II because they're
Oh.
listed as Shirley Jaffe and Beatrice Jaffe. Is before our parents were married.
Wow.
Anyway, I found a picture of Dad and my mom and your mom. And there's only one picture there with a man whose head is cut off. And I'm wondering if it's your father. Because
No, it's not. I looked through the names. Once I figured out how the let me explain this. We found this old picture that was cut out of, I would guess, the forward. It's in Yiddish, and it's a picture of Workman Circle group. I know that because it says that in English, Workman Circle, but the
Right.
rest, everybody's labeled in Yiddish. And once I could figure out how they made a J sound in Yiddish, and I could find Shirley Jaffe, Beatrice Jaffe, and Jerome Dushman. I mean, yeah, because the Hebrew letters are enough that I could figure that out. But I looked to see if there was a Milton Blacker, and your dad was not in that picture.
so that man with his head cut off wasn't your father.
Right. That's probably convenient.
But I'll send you the picture, Richard, Ed, excuse me. I've called you Eddie. I'm sorry, Ed.
I have tons of photographs. I have birth certificates from Lithuania. I mean, my mother never threw out anything. I found Magna Carta when we were going to her place when we moved her out of Florida.
I
think there was
remember
a copy of the Magna Carta in with her. She had shoes from like during the 40s.
she had canceled checks from the time she was married.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
It was mind-boggling.
I've got one though. We have in this pile of things that we found was an invitation to my father's bris.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So we go back a little ways. Okay, but I think we're ready to move on a little bit. We can talk afterwards.
It was lovely seeing everybody. Really.
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna sign off.
Well, we're not done, but let's
okay.
go back to Rabbi Karen.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Just 1 second. I know this has been, excuse me, an especially difficult year for those of you who loved Shirley. And excuse me, I'm really glad that we're able to be together to give honor and to memorialize her in a way that that we can feel a little bit more comfortable with because of the way things were with the pandemic. One of the things that is traditionally read at a funeral, there are two Hebrew prayers. One is El Malei Rachamim, which is a prayer. It's actually the prayer for the dead, because it's asking God to keep our loved one under God's shelter as the soul moves on. And the other is the mourner's Kaddish. And the mourner's Kaddish is actually not about death, but it is about God and praising God and thanking God for life, because we know that we are so much the better for having had the opportunity to love Shirley and to have her in our life. And we thank God for that. But we begin to conclude our evening with a few words from the Jewish tradition, from the Hebrew, to give her this honor in her memory. So I'll read in Hebrew and also in English. And traditionally, one would stand for these prayers. If you would like to stand, you may. If you want to rise in spirit, that's okay too. El Malay Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, excuse me, Hamatzei Menucha Nechona. I'm sorry. I'm going to start over. El Malay Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Hamatzei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei HaShechina, Im Kroshim Utechorim, Kzohar Harakia Mazhirim, Et Nishmat Shirley Dushman, Shehalcha La'olama, Baal Harachamim, Gastireha Beseter Knafav La'olamim, Vayitzur Bitzur HaChayim Et Nishmata, Adonai Huna Chalata, Vitanuach Bashalom Al Mishkava, V'nomar, Amen. Which means, excuse me, in translation, God of abundant mercy, God most high, may the soul of our loved one who has gone into eternity find the gift of perfect peace in your embrace, together with the holy and pure, whose light shines like the radiance of heaven. Compassionate God, hold her close to you forever, so that her soul may be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May she find a home with you, and may she rest in peace. And together we say, Amen. And then we continue with the Mourner's Kaddish. Trying to get out of the way. Yit Gedal, V'yit Kedash Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divrach Hirotei V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon V'yomechon, Uv'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uv'izman Kariv V'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'alam U'lalmei Almaya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudsha B'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran b'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, huya asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. May her memory always and only be for a blessing. Zichrona livracha. We are grateful for all that she has given in her life and for the honor of being able to know and to love her. And I want to, again, offer the opportunity if anyone would like to share any more thoughts, please feel free.
Anything?
No.
Not the occasion we'd look forward to hang out with all you guys. But we're never going to do it in Florida again.
Well,
I'd like to introduce one good friend who has joined us, my friend Linda. And I really appreciate, Linda, you coming. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're muted, Linda. I can't understand.
Well, I'm grateful to you, Rita, for thinking of doing this. It was a wonderful idea.
Yes, I think even without COVID, it would have been nearly impossible for all of us to get there at the same time anyway.
Yeah.
But we have to do this again without an occasion. All of us get together and
And of course, I've got my Zoom account, which the University of Dayton is paying for, so if I can invite you guys online anytime.
well, then we'll be there tomorrow.
Make coffee.
We'll talk to you all soon. We love you guys.
Take care. It's good
Richard,
to
I'm
see
so
you.
happy that you were able to join us too.
Yes, it's
Love you and
wonderful
miss
seeing you.
See you, Blackers.
See you,
See ya.
Walshers.
Okay, take care.
Everybody be well. It's good to see
Yes.
you.
Take care.
Better
Take care.
circumstances would have been better,
Bye,
but
everyone.
you know.
Thank you, Rabbi. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. And
Have a great night, everyone.
The same
Thank
to
you, you too.
It's really nice to get to meet all these people who I've heard about for so long. So
Well,
thank you
so
for.
much.
for being
I think
here.
you've met Aviva and company, right? And you've
Yes,
met,
I
I know
have.
you've met Richard.
I have met Richard, absolutely.
Bye.
But it's nice to see the rest of you.
Good night, Richard.
Well, the Quints, if they're still there, we say
Bye.
goodbye and hope to see you sometime soon.
Good seeing you and hopefully,
By the way, you all look
the
great.
girls have their shots here. Hopefully this summer the kids will have their shots and we'll be able to see people more.
I can't wait.
Cool
I miss
beans.
everybody. So take care and be well.
Too. Great to see you, Art and Susan. We'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay.
We're all up in mobile. That's cool. Okay, take care, everyone. We're leaving.
Take care. Be well. We're gonna sign off.
Okay.
You want to stay and talk to Rita some more?
No, I'll talk to you on the phone.
Okay. All right. Take care, everyone. Richard, Richard, take care of yourself.
I will.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Bye, Rita. Take care.
Bye.
I'm so
Thank
glad I
you.
was able to join you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I
Uh-huh.
appreciate that.
Bye, Richard. And Aviva, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
And Rita, did you want me to go ahead and end the Zoom, or did you guys
I
want
guess
to?
yeah, I just wanted to make sure that people were. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, goodbye, everybody. And again, Karen, thank you so much.
Yes,
This
thank
this
you.
helped.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Take care.